Yo, welcome to For You Loyal with Little Visuals. I'm Little Visuals and I'm here with
Aaliyah Nicole.
Possible casualties. No, I'm not begging, please. You want me again? You did it again. You gave me some head, yeah. You did it again, yeah, yeah. I'm chasing the bag. I wake up and do it again. What more do you want from me, God? I am your servant.
Alright, so Aaliyah, tell me about yourself.
Well, born and raised Miami, Florida. I am of Haitian, Jamaican, and Spanish descent, Panamanian to be exact. I know people are gonna ask, so what you mix with? I know. I know I say all three crazies. That's what I say. But anyways, yeah, I grew up here. I've sang all my life. Really perfected it growing up in church. My grandmother put me and my sister in the church choir. That's how I fine-tuned my ear as far as hearing harmonies and melodies and stuff like that. And when I turned 21 specifically is when I decided to take my career seriously. I did try when I was 16 and failed a little bit and then just kind of like just push it back. But then 21 I was like, no, I have to do this. This is the only thing that makes me happy. I can't see myself doing the whole 9-to-5 thing and I have a gift and I know how to write and sing and all this stuff and just not put it to use. So I said I have to do this.
Okay. So you started taking singing at 21. Mm-hmm. Was there like anybody like behind you for your singing career, or was it just you?
It was just me and my lonely. and then I met some horrible people along the way. Some good, some bad. A lot of bad, because the music industry is like, it's all shoveling bullshit. You just have to keep shoveling until you find the gold. So I went through a lot of bullshit, still going through it, but I've learned to appreciate the journey. So it's like nothing upsets me because I'm so happy doing what I'm doing. So it doesn't feel like a job. It doesn't feel like it's right or wrong. It just feels like it's part of the path. It's just making my biopic better.
Alright. So you say that your music industry is not really all that good. Like, tell us more about like your experiences in the music industry.
Being a female, of course you have to. Everyone knows it's mainly a male-dominated industry. So I find it fun looking for the female gems, I call them, in the industry. For example, Laura Mercedes, shouts out, Miss 550. She is like the first female engineer I met in this industry, and I've been in it like since I was 16, I could say. And she, for example, we spoke about it, and we're like, we had to show me a pussy producer. just to be completely real. There's girls that women have it hard because guys always want something else. You don't know if they're being truthful or something, especially when you want to get something done professionally. So there's always that hidden agenda that you have to worry about. But once you get past that and you actually shift through that and meet the good people that see your talent and are willing to help, it becomes fun.
Okay.
It's worth it.
Alright, so tell me about your genre. Like, what's the genre? You R&B, you hip hop, or you both, or hip hop?
To answer your question, I would say I'm both. But to explain it better, I call my specific sound R&B soul because I just like bringing that old school feel to that new school sound. Like you'll hear it and kind of like how the way I sing. A couple reviews I got on my project that I got, they said I do like a sing rap, but it's like still soulful at the same time. It's like esoteric blackness, which I thought that was like such a phenomenal way to put my sound, esoteric blackness. I'm like, yeah, I do that. I do too. And then I've gotten references from all the way from Amy Winehouse back to, of course, Aaliyah, because I'm really soft-spoken with my falsettos and stuff, but I do give them other elements. For example, the song Arcadium, where I'm really, really singing.
Yeah. Now, who would you say was your inspiration to, doing music?
Oh, I have a lot. Male and female. Lyricists. Frank Ocean, favorite male lyricist. And definitely Amy Winehouse is my favorite female. Rest in peace. Lauryn Hill, Erykah Badu, Kanye. I know raise your hand. I know. If we were doing this shit like 3 years ago, that would have hit hard, but it's okay. I still appreciate his. Anyways, he's still. Who else? Tiana Taylor. I love her tone. Who else? Some other. Anita Baker. Some great Adele, of course. I could go on and on. I listen to all music. I don't discriminate against genres. It all helps. You know.
All right. So this is a funny question to ask. All right. When you do get big, you do get famous. What would your stage name be? Because you know there's already Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. So would your name be Aaliyah or Aaliyah Nicole or how would it?
Oh, you said it, Aaliyah Nicole, and I added the Nicole part. Fun fact, that's my mother's name.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Nicole Jeffrey. So I added that Aaliyah Nicole for copyright reasons, and also because I didn't want people to compare me to her. I know it's gonna come anyways because I have Aaliyah in the name, but I think I sound completely different, similar in good ways, but different at the same time.
Yeah, so style wise too. Like, Leah always had a tomboyish look. You, other thing, you're more like a feminine look. Like I seen your music videos where you just wearing dress and you look fly your legs when you shot. Tell me about your latest video you're about to drop soon.
Yeah, it's called Trophy. It's the 7th track, the last track on my project that just released, Luxor, Alpha. There's Omega, look out for Omega coming out soon. And that, all my project, this one specifically, Luxor, it's a city in Egypt. It's a real city in Egypt, Africa. That's what it's named after. And Alpha Omega is just to describe the 2 parts of it. And that, it's all Egyptian inspired, Egyptian, Arabic, and Caribbean inspired as far as the visual vibe I'm going for. And I feel like I executed it perfectly. Because even people that come up to me like, I see your vibe, you know, everything, I love it. People even call me like Egyptian, good hi Egyptian or whatever. I don't know what he said. But anyways, they see it. I just know that they understand it, and I appreciate that because it's not in vain. My work is not in vain.
It's not. And like you said, you growing up in South Florida, with how the music industry is painted Florida right now, especially Broward, Dade, Cali. Where do you see yourself like among that group? So you see yourself like putting like R&B soul, you say like on the maps of Florida, or do you see it as like another opportunity for like other female artists who shine?
It's a little bit of both. I feel like my sound, I haven't heard my sound in Florida per se. I do have other female artist friends that I'm friends with, and we hang and we do music together, and we all each have our distinctive sounds. I feel like I am paving my own way, and I feel like people know that and recognize that. And as far as me being from Miami, it's only a plus because there isn't really another female besides Trina. Big ups to Trina, I love you. And besides her, and she's a rapper, there's no singers per se from Florida. I take that back. I think Sabrina Claudio is from here. Danny Lake, yes, you're right. I take that back. Okay, I take that back. I forgot she's from here. That's crazy. So yeah, she's making it, but she really does the sing rap shit hardcore though.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even consider her like a classical singer. It'd be interesting if she did do that. I want to say I would love to hear you do that, like a real like R&B, Daniel Caesar type vibe for her to do, like just straight vocals. But I like her vibe, honestly. If now that I know she's from here, that's lit. But other than that, R&B, true R&B, like soulful, then the type of what I miss is the performer that actually performs and theatrics and everything. Not to discredit anybody, but the female singers, the artistry as far as performance-wise is it's lackluster in a sense. I just want to bring back that pizzazz with as far as like the whole visual being a full package and just having a clear-cut message and not just me just singing a song.
Okay. So you mentioned like other female artists in Florida. Is there anyone you would like to collab with, or you have collab with, or look forward to collabing with from Florida?
Yeah, definitely Slow Jams. She's my maid. I love her. Her and I already collabed with that girl Jaws. I am Nia Amber. I went to I think a summer party thing with her.
Yeah.
I would love to collab with her. She's releasing something next month, so look out for her. Who else do I know? Those are like the main ones that I know of that are really doing something. Forgive me if I forget anybody. But
Alright, now we got female Florida artists out the way. Now, how about mainstream artists?
ooh,
Anybody we look forward to work with in mainstream?
yes, Billie Eilish. Oh, I love that girl. I love that girl. I love that girl so much. I love her. Oh, I'm speechless. I can't even talk. It's just her lyricism is just on another level. I'm a writer. I don't know if anybody knows this. I'm in school. A minor in journalism. My first love was writing, so I pay attention to lyrics really. I pay attention to the beat first, then I listen back for the lyrics second. But either way, she is dope as far as her wordplay and songs.
Okay. Alright. So you missed like performing on stage. Like, what was it like for your first performance? When you first performed on stage in front of a live crowd?
Okay. To be honest, I've been performing since I was little, because I was a dancer first.
Yeah.
So I did ballet, tap, hip hop, the whole 9 yards. So you can say I was shy, but in the video, like the whole rehearsal, I wouldn't move. Every day we rehearsed, I'd be in the corner, just shy, just didn't want to learn anything, but I'd be paying attention. Now, mind you, I'm repeating the story from my parents' head, but come recital day, everyone thought I was just not going to do anything, so they were planning on just taking me out completely. But it turns out I did the full routine better than everyone else, dance step for step. And it just said something to me, because even though I wasn't aware of what I was doing at the time, hearing them say that, I just knew that I always was meant to do this. And I was only 3 at the time.
You were only 3, and you already knew your future. That's
still have
impressive.
that video. Mr. Edward, I don't know if he's still out there. That was the teacher who taught us. He was the choreographer.
I got a mosquito
Oh my god, those things. I get the biggest welts from them.
Alright. So, what's going on with the coronavirus in the world and stuff? Like, everything was shut down. Performances were shut down. So, that means Rolling Loud, Coachella, South by Southwest. Everything you can think of.
I was planning on
Just
going
cancel for
to
this year.
all the festivals this year too. I was like, 2020, I'm going to every single one. I don't care. But now, she was like, psych. You're
like
staying home. Everyone's staying home.
It's like 2021. That's when everything will open back up.
Hopefully, at this rate.
Bear with us. We live in Florida and it's getting out of control down here.
I know.
I'll admit, like last month I caught it and it was like the worst. It's not the
But it
ground.
passed.
So.
But it passed though.
It passed.
Okay.
Oh,
Because
I'm
you
not
didn't have
getting
any
it,
pre-existing conditions. That's the people that are. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Since 2020 is canceled, what's your plan for 2021?
Singles, projects, features, releasing more content, more visuals, just giving people what they want, because everyone asks for it, and I'm like, okay, I've been sitting on it too long, and I'm a perfectionist, so if it's not 100% how I want it, I won't release it. I will keep working at it, keep reworking until it's perfect. My definition of perfect, at least. Everyone else is like, girl, especially Tim, release the goddamn shit now. I'm like, no, chill.
Yeah, I can understand. Now, we'll get to the serious topic here. So, with what's going on with the George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter, and everybody started to pay more attention to what's going on with black people, what we're going through. Now more people starting to realize why Colin Kaepernick was kneeling, why we scream Black Lives Matter, and I'm still trying to figure out why Breonna Taylor's killer's not arrested yet.
Same.
So, what you think? Like, do you think that with all this views going on with Black Lives Matter, you think it's changing everybody's views to Black people and like is adding more help to help us with this fight, or do you think people just doing it because they want to jump on the bandwagon?
It's sad. I feel like it is a genuine movement. However, I feel like there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. And to speak on that, I was so frustrated seeing that video. I'm sure everyone was. And
I didn't even
I couldn't either. And it's just, there's so much I can say, but it's just like, I feel for everyone because we haven't had any reparations or anything. We don't have museums dedicated to us like the Holocaust victims. We're still living it to this day. It's still happening, the genocide of our community. And no one is doing anything about it. And how can you do something from a system that was built to exterminate your kind? So it's like we have to start from the root as far as changing all the laws, honestly, because they were all created by people not of us, not from us. And it's slowly and surely, I feel like millennials are realizing that, and they're becoming more woke. And hopefully, I just pray. Politics is not my path, but I hope it's someone else's, because that's what it takes. People that look like us and are for us and care about us can become these leaders that we need to be the change that we need to see. And music has always been that driving force of sending messages for our community, as far as you could go back to the 80s to the 90s, where the groups like the exactly. That's fuck the police, stuff like that. My dad filled my head with all these things, but I just took a hit of a joint and I can't remember all the names. But sorry, Dad. But yes, that's how you know, like that. Those records were the soundtrack to what was going on now, and not only did it cause a shift in the culture and the minds of people that yes, I can be better, and yes, that we do have a voice, and yes, if that black man, rappers are speakers, they're poets, they're messengers. Sorry to say, I'm speaking for the ones that, of course, I'm speaking knowledge. Of course, art is art. I don't discredit you, but for the ones that are actually sending a good message, that is everything. People are gonna follow that, and you'll inspire a kid to go ahead and make a change, whether he wants to be the next president or to be the next politician. Like I said, to be the change we need to see.
All right. Now we'll get to like another controversial topic, and sure, like it's been talked about in all black communities, and not just hip hop, but in general, and that's colorism. So what's going on? Like I've seen people say like light-skinned girls get more notoriety than dark-skinned girls. And black men treat dark-skinned girls trash, like, and light-skinned girls like queens and stuff. But growing up, I always saw the opposite. I always saw like it was dark-skinned girls getting like a lot of love in the hood, but light-skinned girls they weren't getting love like that because they was like, oh well, she's half white, like she's not full black. So,
exactly.
So what's your take on like colorism, not just in hip hop community, in the rap and the R&B community, but in like black community as well?
Well, I lived it firsthand, honestly, because my father is Haitian. He's darker skinned, so my sister looks just like him. My mom is the Spanish, she's Spanish and Jamaican, so she's lighter skinned, and I look just like her. So growing up, my sister and I, no one believed we were sisters. They thought we were cousins first, until of course we started talking and they see the sound and we do everything alike. Then they're like, oh, okay, I see it now. But I witnessed it in school, little things that kids would say, oh, you're an Oreo because I talk proper, or I'm light-skinned so I pop my latex back, or guys have prejudgmental notions about who I am. And I actually have fun breaking those notions. Like, sorry to, like if a guy thinks I'm not gonna text him back, I text him back. or like I said, a weird joke or something like that, just to prove to them that light-skinned girls don't do that shit. And or like little things like, or for example, my grandfather, he was like, don't give a guy your number unless he can tell you 3 things that he likes about it, that he can do for you or has going for himself, whatever that, just 3 reasons why. And I've always used that everywhere I go, and when they're saying like "A red" or something like that, I just remember that shit. That shit don't. It's just, you just know those guys who are just gonna look at you like that they have that mentality, that light skin fetish mentality. So I stay away from that out of respect for my grandmother, like people that I know, because we're all, if I cut you, you cut me, we all bleed the same. So it doesn't matter. I'm black at the end of the day, so are you. I don't think I'm better than anybody, or I should be treated differently because I'm fair skinned. And that just goes back to what our nice Caucasian slave masters created, erased our history and made us look at each other like that. If you look at kids playing, they don't even see it's just they see your soul, they feel your energy, and that's what I move by. I move by energy. If your energy is bad, it'll go away from me. If it's good, all blessings and glory to you.
Especially in this time and need that is like, at the end of the day, black people all gotta stick together.
Exactly.
Because nobody else will. I mean, there's a lot of hate in black people.
I know it's gonna come because I'm light skinned. Like that backlash, like, oh, she did. But I just hope people can listen to my songs, and just I write so full of intellect that they can know that I'm for my sister, all my sisters, no matter where you come from, or what you look like.
So, what do you think Aaliyah Nicole can bring to the culture?
I feel like I can bring some soul and some much needed soul, some heartfelt soul, and some good, just some good ass music, because we're really lacking that. As far as from our female, we have some good, strong people, but there's such a sausage fest right now in the industry.
Okay.
As far as there's so many rappers, I just miss when there was a lot of females. There was a nice equal balance of female and male energy. So I just feel like I'll just be another driving factor, driving force to bring that heat.
And speaking, you speaking what's going on in the industry today. What do you think, as an artist yourself, what do you think is the difference between how music was back then versus how music is now?
Well, music now is definitely people don't have attention spans as much, and they can't sit through if they are just so gracious and want a full body of work from you. I feel like people are just so focused on singles, which is okay. Singles are cool. But I still value bodies of works and having albums and actually sitting there and creating a whole message to give, a whole story to give to your fans and people. And singles can do that. It's really cool if someone can do that and actually create that love. And I feel like Billie Eilish is one of the people to do that, and a couple others. But that's what's different because of this. It's because of streaming. Unfortunately, it lost the desire to want more, because it's easier to access. You don't have to get in your car, drive to the store, buy the CD, buy the poster, and then it lost the mystery. And that's one thing I wanted to bring back, is create a mystery about the artist. Give enough of yourself, but not so much. And that's where social media comes in. Fucking death is I'm so sorry. I hate social media, but I have to do it. But that's where you have to. It's crazy because everyone wants to see inside of you, but I feel like if you can. I'm a marketing major, I'm sorry. If you can manipulate the market to where you can create a desire but give people just enough, you got it bad.
Yeah, social media is a blessing in the career. So.
Oh, for example, Frank Ocean, although he didn't capitalize, I don't know what his goal was, but if he did capitalize on that 2-year-long hiatus or 3-year-long, but I'm just saying, for example, mystery, no one knows. It's like, as je ne sais quoi about it, not knowing what the fuck this guy does every day. Not that we want to know anyways.
Alright. So let's talk about your future. Like, do you plan on staying independent or do you plan on getting signed?
If the money's right. I'm like, but independent gang though. But if I always said this, I always go back and forth with myself in my head. Do you want to do it? Nah, I just want to reap all the benefits for myself and prove to myself that I can do it because I'm a marketing major. So what the credentials on that would be amazing. But at the end of the day, I'm realistic, and it's just like my pockets, my money's in my savings. It takes 3 business days to transfer it, so it's like I don't always have the funds available to do what I want to do at the rate that I want to do it. So it's like being signed, it has to be with the right people. It has to be right, and paper has to be right. The only person I would consider is Parkwood Entertainment. I'm just throwing that out there. Universe, catch it. Hey.
That's good.
And that's about it. Or Rock Nation. Or Columbia. I want a bidding war. I kind of want what happened with Drake. I'm sorry. You see, this is how I think. I kind of want what happened with Drake. They're like fighting over him. No, we'll give you 500. No, we'll give you 200 million. Oh. So whichever. But we'll see. Whatever that God has planned for me, for the atheists out there, the universe has planned for me.
Let's talk about what advice you would like to give to people up and coming.
Definitely try to keep the money in house as much as possible. That's the mistake I made at first. I just built my home studio, and by far it's the best decision I ever made. But I know not everybody is blessed to have a boyfriend who just so happens to know how to mix. But what I mean by that is just budget your money accordingly. If you don't outsource if you don't need to. If you have a friend that knows is good with the camera, ask that friend to, help you out, barter, trade, do what we naturally did before money became an initiative. and then let spending your money be the last resort. Because 9 times out of 10, you're just starting out, you don't have the funds to spend $1,000 on a music video outright and get that industry look. So you gotta do the look for less. I used to watch that shit. So I'm like professionally trained, I'm just kidding. Anyway. People ask me all the time, oh, your pictures look so nice, how you do it? Myself. The big photo shoots I save for like my album covers and stuff like that if I want to, if I don't want to do like animation or something like that. Other than that, I do my photo shoots myself and I edit them myself, and they're like shocked. So that's one thing. DIY.
We see yourself in 10 years from now.
Definitely touring. Hopefully this pandemic thing is long in the past and it's just like a meme. And touring. Just definitely want children, and by that time, because I think by then I'll be like 30 something, and definitely have like 10 Grammys in the bag. I think 10 years is a good time to win over 10 Grammys.
Yeah.
I know people don't value the Grammys anymore. I still do, just because.
Yeah.
Just because the culture, the racism tie behind it. If you pass that music transcends racism, in my opinion. If that makes any sense to anyone out there. So I feel like if you are able to touch those motherfuckers' heart, and they award you with that, like, and that's like the highest music award you can get. I feel like you did your job. And not after that you become a legend. So
speaking
that's the goal.
Speaking of legends, there's a lot of legends in the hip hop industry and R&B industry. Do you see yourself as like a legend? Like once you get like past your prime, like in the future, would you consider yourself a legend for like the Florida wave?
In the words of Kanye, hell yeah. Yeah. For sure. I don't see anyone else. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. I'm humble. But yeah, no, I feel like I definitely, just because I have so much faith in what I'm saying, I try not to curse too much. I worry about the kids. I want to be around. I do want kids to be able to listen to my music, and then parents are like, turn that shit. Like, what did she say? She's talking about writing what? Doing what to whom? Yeah, I don't want all my music to be that. I actually want to feed knowledge in a cool way, cool, fun way to people. And I feel like I do just that very well. I'll find out, of course, because the internet is the greatest judge. You know, they're gonna tell me whether I want to hear it or not. So I'm just interested to hear the feedback. I have little to none right now, besides my family. You know, and they're biased because they're gonna say it's awesome, it's amazing, anything I do is great. But I just want to hear I just want to see how people accept it. I'm just interested.
Now, for those who don't know, like she and her boyfriend were in YW's Melly's not infamous music video.
It's a little bit just because of the topic, but anyway. But yeah.
What I want to know is, do you see yourself as a future actress one day?
Yes, I'm already acting. Actually, I'm a voice actress. At Black Sands Entertainment, they have a animation called Black Sands. It's like telling the story of our people from where we came from in Egypt, Africa. I'm Princess Osset, and I have 3 other siblings. And I voice the 12-year-old princess, and I'm already doing it. So it's like, yes, I do see myself doing major films and stuff like that. I'm moving on to that realm. Kind of doing like a JT break, you know, where he went like, he went away from music and just did movies. I will do that eventually, but yeah, no, that's definitely 100% for sure.
For sure.
Directors get at me. I'm just kidding.
Alright, and one final question. What's next for Aaliyah?
What's next? I have part 2, like I said, Omega coming, Luxor. That's coming August 8th, so that's actually real soon. That's like in 2 weeks, so be on the lookout for that on my website. Sign up for my newsletter, True Fans. You'll get something extra if you do. And on my birthday, for those, I'm a Libra gang. And on that, I have something special coming on that day, my birthday, which is October 14th. So please, of course, follow me and check out everything. Stay tuned, because I have so much in store. You guys are gonna love it. And of course, my video, my first music video ever. So yeah, that's also coming out. I don't have a date for that, but again, sign up for the newsletter and you'll be the first to know.
All right. I'm Little Visuals, and I was here with
Aaliyah Nicole.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.